these gig apps and side hustles, doing YouTube, all these different things is a lot of hard work. People say, oh, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. But it's not like going to 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. job where the boss tells you everything. You have to make your own decisions. You have to figure out what works for you. Nobody's going to tell you when it's a good time to call support or when it's not a good time to call support. Be proud of yourself for being out there, doing it, making your extra money, doing your thing. And I just wanted to say, good for you. Hey, it's Grandma Moore. It's Wednesday. Had a fun day with the grandkids yesterday, so back to work today. It's a little after 9. I'm not scheduled until 9:30. There was a good roadie order, but I couldn't decide if I wanted it or not because it was kind of far away and would take me out of the zone. And I decided I wanted to do it. So I go in, and somebody already took it. Oh, you got to be fast making these decisions, I'll tell you. But I'm hoping to make 150 today, so come along. Let's see if I can make my goal. All right, starting my day. This is not looking good. No offers on shipped. Roadie has only a $6 order that's not even nearby me. Doordash, I'm getting ready to dash, and it's gray. Uber shows some busyness, but these are the kind of orders I'm getting. $3.40 for 4.7 miles, $6 for 12 and almost 13 miles. So, I don't know. This isn't looking good for the home team, but we're gonna just start dashing and see what happens. All right, I finally got a decent order, $8.25 going 7 miles on Doordash. And what I noticed on Doordash a couple of weeks ago, I reported on how it said need more customers or need more drivers, don't need as many drivers. That's disappeared. So hopefully they realize that hurt us more than helped us. On this order and many other orders I have received, it says, take care of the delivery. This person usually tips higher, blah, blah, blah. That hasn't happened for me at all. And it's like you almost ignore most of the things DoorDash says because it's like, I feel like they're trying to trick you into doing something different or something. So it hasn't came true for me. I know some other people that says, oh, I've had, had a little bit of a hidden tip or something or an added tip, but I find this message to be annoying and not productive at all. All right, second DoorDash order, $7.50. It's like 8 miles, but I really want to try to get to silver or platinum, so trying to take as many DoorDash orders as I can, even though I'm kind of mad at them. I still got to make my money, and I'm gonna see if it helps get into another tier, so let's try it. By the way, they never did reply to escalating the shopping stat issue. I was supposed to get an email Monday, never got one. Tuesday came and went. So nothing's going to be done with that. But I see that they're doing all these updates and trying this and trying that. So like I said a minute ago, the update where they said more dashers needed or less dashers needed didn't pan out. So maybe this pro shopper thing will work itself out as well. All right, I took a $425 store order for 2 items for like 2.5 miles. Oh, I hate doing these kind of orders, but trying to lift that up. I've already lifted it up 2%. I'm at 27. I started off at 25, I think. So just gonna try and maybe it'll help with my pro shopper stats, but I don't know. Gonna just keep going and hopefully not have to decline many orders. Well, this 425 is pretty easy. It was 2 monsters right by the door, and I'm 1 minute away to drop. Oh, wonderful. I'm like, I think that's what that says. You're welcome. Have a good day. All right, DoorDash is keeping me busy. I'm loving it. 11.75 for 15 miles, but it's going right into my favorite part of the zone. So I took it because that's where I was headed anyway. So it's ready, set, prep. And I don't really know what food they have. They have like a variety of food. So I'm excited. I haven't been busy on DoorDash for so long. So I went ahead and turned off Uber, and I still am getting notifications for Roadie and Shipped, but nothing decent coming along. So just gonna try to keep working towards at least silver now that I unassigned that one order with DoorDash to see if it helps. Well, I just picked up that food, and as I was going in, an Uber Eats driver came out, and I said, "Oh, are you doing DoorDash?" He said, "No, Uber Eats." And I said, "Oh, I'm doing DoorDash. I hope you have a great day today." And he said, "I really appreciate that." So, it just tells me, are we being nice to our fellow drivers? Just that smile and have a good day kind of thing goes a long way. And I think we need to share that with others. So he was so shocked. I said, "Good luck out there." But, I'm not his competition. I'm just a coworker per se. Have a great day. All right, Jimmy John's $5, 3.5 miles. I'm only a minute and a half away from there. But usually they have the orders ready. Keeping my fingers crossed, it's only $5. I did want to mention that there's going to be protest all day Saturday and across the nation. I know there's going to be some here. I think it's called No King Protest. I'm debating if I'm going to work Saturday. I'll keep my eye out. I thought about going to a different rural area so I don't have to worry about that. Just keep your head and your eyes open, you know, your head on a swivel and your eyes open. Um, don't know what to expect, don't know what that's going to look like, but I know it's going to be nationwide, and I worry about us drivers out there. All right, I'm like at 30 something percent and finally got a decent order. It's 26.75 for 8 miles, just 7 items at the dollar store and Jersey Mike's. Ah, thank goodness. Well, that dollar store shopping order was terrible. They wanted 7 items. They only had 3 of the 7 items. I had to refund 3 of them, and one of them was a substitution. So I will never make back to Pro Shopper at this point. But it was a good order for both of these. I'm picking up 26 items at Jersey Mike's. First time I've had a catering order in I couldn't tell you how long. So on my way to pick that up. All right, got paid $28.25 for that. Wonderful. I'm at $65 and I've only been out for 2.5 hours. It's just now 12 o'clock. All right, DoorDash is still keeping me busy. Had that 6.50 order. Now I have a $10 order for 6 miles, just delivering McDonald's. I was right at McDonald's, worked out. We were just there together a minute ago. I guess maybe they forgot something. Have a good day. Good luck. This order left me in the next zone, but close. But anyway, I got a $7, I think, order while I'm in the zone, just going like 6 miles. So yay. For some reason, this last $8 isn't registering on my total dash. I don't know if it's because it was in a different zone, but that should have still registered, so I'm confused. All right, I'm on the phone with support asking about that last $8, why it hasn't registered. So we'll see if it's a better than Monday's person. In the meantime, they're still keeping me in the other zone. I got a $9 order for, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles. Well, I got a nice support person, somewhat, but So I'm supposed to wait 24 hours to see if this $8 order pops up on my account. If not, then I call back. But this happens at times. Um, Usually, he said after you end your dash, it'll show up within a couple of hours, but they don't consider it an issue until 24 hours. He must have done something to fix it because my app quit working and I had to close it and open it back up. My money's there, everything's fine. So at least I know he fixed it. It's all good. I'm at 98.50. It's 2 o'clock. So just 51.50 away from my goal. All right, I finally got back in the zone. The road was closed for the last order. It was a mess. And so I just got a 4:15 for 3 miles. I'm taking it, trying to stick with the whole idea of raising up my what do you call it? My acceptance rate. I'm actually at 33% and I started off like at 25. So yay me. The next order is 6.50 for 4.5 miles. So keep going. I have a Rally's order, $5, 7 miles, and my acceptance rate keeps going up. So not a great order, but it is like 10 till 3, which is usually a bad time anyway, but it's keeping me busy, keeping me motivated, most importantly. All right, I got a $375 order for McDonald's going 3 miles. I really don't want to take it, and I almost declined it, but it's that weird time of the day, and I'm like, all right, I got to stay motivated. So that's the whole point for me, is to stay motivated at this point. Well, I think this is going to be the first really bad order. It took forever to get the order. It is a hand to me, so maybe I'll get lucky. They'll give me something, but I'm pretty sure they're no tipper. I was talking to the McDonald's worker. He said it's $30 worth of food, but I guess because they're 3 minutes away, they don't feel like they need a tip much or something. But they don't account for having to wait for the food. I had to wait a while, and then driving. Starting your car, turning it off, starting your car. So, but oh well. First really bad order today. Unless they give me a tip of some sort. We'll see. Today's devotion is Reasons to Obey God. When we seek to live according to God's word, he provides all we need and acts on our behalf. The verse I wanted to read was Daniel 9:4. I prayed to the Lord my God and confessed and said, Alas, O Lord, the great and awesome God, who keeps his covenant and love kindness for those who love him and keep his commandments. I really like this last paragraph. It says, if you know there is sin in your life, fear and doubt certain to follow. However, obedience is the way to find courage and contentment, regardless of the circumstance. I think this devotion was interesting because it's true that sometimes you start spiraling and you just keep going and going, and it's hard to dig yourself back out. I know I've been feeling like, I've been kind of depressed for a minute. I wouldn't say depressed, but out of sorts. And then right now at this very moment, I'm spiraling very badly. I just had that order that with no tip. Then I went to Wingstop and it was horrible. It was hardly no money, and then they were not nice, and I unassigned it, so now I'm at 93% completion rate. And then this order just hit me wrong. It was $5 or $4. I don't even know what it's paying. And the customer won't quit texting me. The food's not ready. the lady was started being snippy, so I was snippy back, and then I stopped and I said, okay, I'm just having a bad moment. And in the meantime, my husband called. We were supposed to have our Explorer back last week, and now it may be this week. They won't call us for updates. I mean, it's just like things just pile on and pile on and pile on. And, same thing with like sin, oh, and I'll be honest, I went gambling and then I kept gambling for a couple of days, and it's, or a couple of times, I wouldn't say days, but a couple of times. And it's like, okay, I'm sprawling myself out of control. I got to reel back that money back in. I've got to work a little harder. I got to, because all the bad decisions I made. And so I thought that was, interesting where if you, you sin, then the fear and the disobedience comes right along, the unhappiness. So trying to get back on the wagon and focused and doing the right things. But, we're not perfect, but it does, doing my devotions and telling you guys about it and doing my prayers really just give me this peace, and just getting out of that for a minute just causes my head to be chaotic. So trying to get back into the swing of things, even though I might not be doing as many videos right now, keep trying to keep my routine going with my devotions and prayers. And I used to not have a problem with being in that routine. It's just this past week I had a little trouble for some strange reason. Um, Felt out of sorts. Was it the weather? Was it coming back from vacation? Was it my ankle? I mean, that logical mind, you just try to do process of elimination. But I think it was a lot of all of it together, and then not sure what's going on with my car, and I need to get it back, and just crazy stuff. So what do you do whenever you start, it starts happening and it's hard to get out? How do you get out of the uh oh, what do you call it, the rat race, or not the rat race, the hamster wheel? That's what I was looking for. How do you get out of the hamster wheel when it starts happening? It just keeps going and going and going. And how do you jump out? Right now, I'm just gonna just focus really hard on back to praying and my devotions and reminding myself that's where I've got to be. So, all right, I picked up some Chinese food for $4 going 3 miles. The customer is I don't want to say demanding, but kind of demanding. So I don't know. It's definitely not worth it. And I just don't know where I'm going now. Right, I took this $28 Aldi order for 42 items. It'll give me my 150 exactly. So I thought, what the heck? At least I can have it and be done with it. So off to shop. It's 4 o'clock now.
A lot of people often will put them in front of this storm door, and then I can't even open the storm door. So you didn't do that.
There you go. Well, these last couple of hours, I don't know if I've been hangry or frustrated. I've had to call support a couple of times, unassign an order. And it's like, oh, why am I doing this? But then I remembered I like doing this. And if support is horrific, it could just be horrific. It's not going to stop me. There's other apps, there's other things, and I'm going to keep moving. And I'm not going to stop. This is what I like. This is what I'm wired to do, as most of you are too. So when you have a bad day or you get frustrated, just remember at the end of the day, this is what you're called to do, I just cannot work for a boss. I just can't do it. I'm not made that way. I've done it for so many years. It is so frustrating. You get a quarter an hour raise, even though you save the company millions of dollars. It's just not for me. So even though I would love to sit at a desk and play with Excel all day, I just want other things too, So I do want to reiterate what I said earlier. Saturday is going to be a national day of protest. Be careful. Pay attention. Maybe check your Facebook pages or Twitter, whatever social media you have, and see what the activities are in your area. They're posting it on our Facebook, so we're aware. And I know they are probably wanting more protesters. Either way you stand on the thing, if you're out there working, please be aware. All right, so it is 5:15. I worked 8 hours, made $150. Yay, I made my goal. What about 130 miles? That last order helped my miles go down just a little bit because I was neck to neck all day. Miles and money, miles and money. I'm like, it's going to be exactly the same. So I was a little surprised at the end. So it was a good day until the last couple of hours. So I'm going to go get me some food and see if that is my problem. That's probably what my problem is. But I don't like to be, I don't like to be angry or don't like to send off angry vibes. But I might have for a couple of people. But then I reeled it back in and was good to go. You have to have a bad moment every once in a while, I guess. Hey guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're finding this enjoyable. If you have any suggestions that you'd like me to cover about the apps or whatever, drop them down in the comments. I'll address them in the next couple of videos. All right, until next time, stay happy. God bless you.